keeping?
Good, can't complain. Kind of, it's so nice to getting a little bit busier again now. So it's all good.
I know you had a very busy weekend. Friday, the launch of your EP in Dublin. How does that go?
It was great. Yeah, it was just lovely to get to sing the songs live to an audience and to have the special guest Ciaran Lavery join us because he was on one of the songs we wrote together. So actually performing that live was it was great. So yeah, a big
Of course,
thanks to everyone.
that single being Winter in Eden, which we're going to play in a little while. But talk to us about that track and even just, I guess, getting, making music and knowing now that you can actually go on stage with it.
Well, that track was actually written all online during lockdown. So we were just through WhatsApp, emails, voice notes and all that kind of thing. We literally had one Zoom we picked a theme and we just kind of kept building. And there was no like end goal per se. It was just trying to get out of, that headspace. It's like, it's good to chat and write with other people because it makes you kind of come out of the ruts you get yourself into or the same kind of options you keep falling to as a songwriter. So that was just really great. A new way of writing that I really like that I'm going to keep on even though it's over for now, the lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So it was great. And then performing it together felt really good, because we wouldn't really know each other that well, bar just writing the song. So actually getting to perform on stage was a cool kind of like step to the song is complete now.
I think we're nearly surprised at how good technology has gotten, but I think to be able to be in different parts of Ireland or sometimes different parts of the world and now to be able to connect, it must be great to be able to I guess bring music now to that other level where, as I said, like you could potentially work with a producer who's over in LA or a producer who's in Australia.
Yeah, like there's a band they're from West Cork, Les Salamandes, I think is their full name, and they're working with a producer over in Canada, and I think they've been back and forth, but during lockdown I think they were doing a lot of the ideas and everything through the internet, whatever form that took, a Zoom or whatever. So yeah, it makes being like living in a small village more like you don't have to leave Ireland now to get things done as much because of the internet. So it's great. Lockdown kind of showed us that you don't have to move to massive cities to get all your opportunities. You can actually tailor a lot of them before you go and all that. So it makes things more accessible for people. So that's you can't complain about that.
And I suppose though now the icing or the cherry on top is the fact now that you can actually perform on stage in front of crowds.
Oh, I know. And that's kind of like it's definitely 50% of why I'm in it anyway. I love performing, and I love just getting up on stage, and that not having that kind of felt a little empty. Do you know what I mean? So it feels more full circle now again. Get the whole thing back on the road.
Now I was doing my research and I know obviously Ireland has a big influence on your music, but also California. So tell me how that came about.
Yeah, so I suppose my husband's Californian, so we obviously spent a lot of time back and forth, and all of his family are quite into music, but not necessarily like what they grew up with was indie music, and like the Laurel Canyon music and Joni Mitchell and all these people that I'd have discovered probably a little bit later on. And they're all songwriters, not all, but his brother and his father are songwriters as well as himself. So they just have a real culture of that, and so that obviously has shaped my songwriting, just being around that and it being kind of an accepted like natural thing. Rather, my family it's been like all trad music, just trad. So it's nice to kind of have the two sides. So yeah,
I have to say I love the mix of it all, and even mentioned trad there, I just straight away was thinking of all the trad fests now that are coming back as well, and it's great to see that everyone will be able to get together, because there isn't, I have to say, like all music is great, but there's just something about a trad session that is just another level.
There's such community in it, and like the trad fest there in January was so nice. It was small, but it was like that idea of like there was tunes in the pub again, and you don't have to be constantly gigging. You can just ramble up and like meet up with friends and play a few tunes, and I think that's so important just to continue and maintain that love of music, and realizing the importance of it is just friendship and like coming together and just expressing yourself. So it's nice like that's back now.
Oh, it is. It's so good. I'm looking forward to it. I can't actually play an instrument to save my life, but I absolutely adore just sitting there listening and just, I just think there's there's just something about it. There's a magic to it. Niamh Regan, I have to ask you about coming to Limerick to our very own Dolans, upstairs in Dolans, Saturday, 16th of April. That's towards the end of your tour. I mean, Dolans is just an iconic venue in Limerick.
It is. It's beautiful. And I studied down in UL. I did Irish music and dance back in the day. And the like Dolans was just a central part of that experience, like going in to see all the live music and like seeing heroes travel through Limerick, do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's so nice. Like when we were touring the album last year, it felt like such a massive achievement to get on that stage after like spending so many years in the crowd and just loving everything that McDolan and shows put on, do you know what I mean? So it's a real honor to be going back again for this EP. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.
And you mentioned UL. I went to UL as well a couple of years ago now, and I studied Irish and New Media. But I have to say, UL kind of is like, as I said, I'm from Galway, but I'm living back in Limerick for 6 years now. And honestly, I have to hand it to the University of Limerick because the experience there made me fall in love with this city. And when I got a job opportunity, I was like, I'm back, I'm taking it.
Amazing. Yeah, the UL was just, it's fantastic, the campus, and then just the variety of courses. Like it, I miss those days. There were better days, weren't they?
It was fun. UL is a very, very fun place, and it's a great place to be a student. Reminder there, of course, playing upstairs Dolans on the Saturday 16th of April. Tickets from Dolans.ie.